Hello folks, and welcome back to Diablo 3. We just switched the hero back to Drom. And sadly, you know this season I'm doing? Yeah, it's coming to a close like next month, early next month. Yeah, fun. You may notice the audio level is a bit different. That's because I noticed after recording the first 6 episodes, the audio level was a bit wrong. So I went in, did a ton of work, like over 30 videos of audio tests. Even I just do the audio test myself, 1-2 videos, it's done. I do it by myself. But here I did tons of videos and even got my mom in for a second opinion kind of thing. We were listening to it on the iPad down below, and it sounded, from what I would hear there, it sounds a lot different to what I hear up here. I hear more static, for some reason. It's weird. It's very irritating, because I don't end up knowing am I getting good stuff or not. Also, I'm recording this slightly differently than normal. I'm recording the screen, rather than the game. When you're recording the game, if you alt-tab, it stays focused on the game or it goes black. But if you're recording the screen, if you alt-tab, it's recording what's ever on the screen. But I've it set up so, and I'll tab for a moment, you just see that. See? An infinitely recurring background. It's actually really cool if it's not maximized and you move it around, because then this infinite recurring thing will start going side to side like the cursor is right now, and it looks really cool. Anyway, let's go back into the game. Actually, recording locally. See up here, it says recording locally. I have to chant that to myself to make damn sure I believe it. It's an OCD thing. OCD is a pain in the ass. I remember there's actually tons of different types of OCD. There's like, the germophobia, paranoia that you're a bad person. I guess, like, the obsessive checking of things. I guess paranoid that you're fucking up. That's my phrasing on it. I can't remember all the examples. It's just the germ one and the bad person one stick out to me in my memory. Maybe it's because the example that was given. The psychologist was talking to about it was mentioning that the example was the guy that they were when they were studying it in school, or this case study or whatever it was, the guy was paranoid that he was a pedophile. He had no inclination towards children. He was just really scared of that he was, even though there's no evidence that he was. Like, it was just something he was basically pulling out of his ass. Not that he was lying, but it was just an abject terror he had of it, even though there's no truth that it was. There's no truth to it. And here you can see Here you can see the frames counting up. Whenever I start chanting numbers, that's what I'm talking about. Recording locally. Everything's fine down there. Let's get back into it. Sorry about that. But now you get to see a bit of the background work. So anyway, I think I'm done over here. Rumford, you. Alright, let's check the inn. Anything being said here?
Would take everyone's mind off their troubles.
That's been listened to. Also, I did actually listen to the original thing, and yeah, you could hear the commentary well enough. Also, just so if anyone's curious, this is the audio levels that I'm currently on. I think all that's fine. You answer?
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what? I can't get it repaired. Might as well dig a hole and die in it.
Well, digging a hole would certainly take your mind off your fear.
I love my Crusader. He's a bit of a smartass, and I gotta love that.
Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my inventory clean.
Oh, piss off. He may be a zealot, but you know what? I gotta like him. maybe a zealot, but you know what? I gotta like him for his cheekiness. You know what? Let's buy this. Christ, look how much money I already have. Look! And that's all I've earned by myself. And I think I'll grab you. I'll sell the Shank of Angels.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving that woman?
You gotta give it to her.
Did you hear? Old Rumpton has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
You know, Drum, what would have been nice is think of a supply of foods. You know, a supply caravan coming to a place besieged by the undead. I'm sure they'll welcome it, even if it's not needed right then and there. I'm sure they'll need it in 5 minutes time.
Are you Haedrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now.
It's on my head.
My wife, she's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Thank you. Follow me.
You know, Drum, you could have offered to...
I've got some new things you really need to see.
You know, Drum, you could have offered to do it for him. You're clearly burly enough. Like, seriously. You look pretty goddamn awesome. And he's only level 10. Also, seriously, we got Leoric's crown on our head. We don't need any help. Also, you saw an NPC person you could go to back before Haedrig here. Oh, you can't talk to him here. When you have companions, you can talk to them in the field by right-clicking on their portrait. I don't know when you unlock her. I bet it must be in... Actually, I don't know. She's just unlocked by default, it seems now. Because I remember when I was playing Spider Jar Man, just having her unlocked out of nowhere, you know? Even though I never unlocked her. So, yeah. I was thinking maybe it's related to the 4th act, in Westmarch, but I have no idea. Maybe we'll find out. Bonk, bonk.
Friends, I'm sorry.
Do your duty, blacksmith, no matter how hard.
Taunt.
Patience.
Oh. Bonk. Bonk. By the power of bonk. You don't know how hard it was for me to do my audio recordings, with the audio testings, the audio testings. It was so goddamn hard. It was just so goddamn boring.
Mira, my love.
Like 30 parts.
Haedrig, help me.
That's disgusting. Taunt. Blind. And more bashies. I really love this whole you block an attack so you explode thing. That is awesome. That really is awesome. Bonk. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Haedrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, friend. But I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Yeah, considering all that's happening, I'll be surprised if your apprentice is still alive, mate. But yeah, now we set off for that hollow. Well, let's see what you have.
Sure, I may do business with some unsavory types, but I pass the savings on to you.
Ooh, that looks nice. It does look like a lovely thing. Oh, it's also Magic Crusader Shield. It's not a normal shield, no. It's a Crusader Shield. The shield, when you're not wielding it, it goes on its shield crusades, and crusades for shielding them. Slight reduction to toughness, but massive increase to recovery. Plus 4 life per rat spent. I'll take it. So one issue with buying equipment, fair chance you'll just end up buying a new bit in a moment. Also, something I just want to show you before I continue. I got a legend during my audio tests. I got a legendary over on this guy. This was my first character. Made him years ago. He's in much better equipment now because during the audio tests I would get will bits here and there. Like, he was level 33 when he finally killed the final boss of the base game. And he was still within level 11 ring. I'm not kidding. That's not it. Not it. There you go. Assault Vow. I don't think I was wearing that. I'm not actually sure if I still have the other ring I was wearing. But here's the legendary ring I got. Rogar's Huge Stone. The history of the large azure gem set in this ring is unknown. Some scholars surmise that it was crafted by the ancient Nephilim using techniques now lost, while others believe it was fashioned from the crystallized blood of Anu himself. Regardless of its origin, the gem acts as a lodestone for arcane power, drawing it in, and then focusing it through its facets to heal the ring's wearer. And the special thing is basically increase your life per second up to 96% based on your missing life. So that's nice. That is nice. Drawing the power of shadows, gaining 2,400 life per hit for 5 seconds, and due to the rune, life per hit gained is increased by 50% of your life per kill. So yeah, like this, I was using this crossbow for quite a while until I got these replacements. This crossbow and a quiver, presumably this one. Then again, probably thinking maybe that's too high level. Probably not. Again, that dexterity stat seems rather high. Also, I discovered if you do the bonuses, you actually do get like extra money and experience. So yeah, didn't know that. So anyway, let's continue on with draw. That's good to know. I didn't know monsters got burlier with extra players. It makes sense, certainly. Ooh, you got something to say?
Tell me about your grandfather. He was King Leoric's Chancellor?
Not much to tell. I lived with my father, Chaldean at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
He did what he had to.
No, he stayed to the end to save people. That's pretty noble. Reminds me, there was a Japanese diplomat I remember reading about, and he basically ended up in Nazi occupied territory. He was meant to be dealing with the USSR at the time, but he ended up pissing them off in a previous work arrangement, so he got settled with a different job instead. He ended up in the Nazi-occupied territory. I can't remember where I read this. It was somewhere online, so don't quote me on any of this. But basically, he signed tons of passports to get Jews out of Nazi Germany, or any area Nazi controlled. thousands of them. Saved a lot of lives. Okay, already got that. There was another guy. He was actually the brother of one of the higher ups in the Nazi regime, and he used his family name to save a ton of lives. And his brother would get him out of trouble because he didn't want the family name being besmirched, kind of thing.
Did you know that King...
Will Leoric's spirit never win?
I wished. Leoric's spirit curses you because you won't shut the fuck up.
Spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife.
Oh yeah, this is the lady. She does the enchanting and transmogrifying. She also does, I was going to say and transmogrifying, but yeah, she does enchanting and transmogrifying. We won't be dealing with her because I don't know when you're meant to unlock her. And I have the access to everyone here, Covetous Shen and whatnot. And I don't want to use to have a chat with them quite yet, purely because I'm not meant to have them yet. I have no problem having a chat with the blacksmith because I've unlocked him now, but I won't unlock Covetous Shen until Act 2. And the lady, I have no idea when you unlock her.
Blessings of the light.
Nice. Scavengers. Don't know what these are.
My wrath is low.
Piss off.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Let's see what Smite is like. I'm curious. And shield bash, sweep attack, blazing tank, and catching fire. Add an extra little dot to it, but I like the shield bash thing. Ooh, Christ, hungry torso. Okay, this is nice. Okay, I guess they're too far away. Christ. That's cool. Bash. 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 And we go back to shocking. Shock me all night long. Oh, Christ. Get out.
Not enough wrath.
Actually, during the audio testing, I ran into a Lord Stewart, a rare crawling torso. A rare enemy that was a crawling torso. I also ran into a few enemies with Illusionist. They would summon illusionary copies of themselves, and if their minions had it, the minions would summon illusionary copies of the minion selves. It was actually really nice because I got up to like 80 kills because of the illusions. Like 80 kills in that one thing. And there's this counter down here. 80 kills there, kind of thing. It's awesome. Blind. Let's get rid of the wretched mother. Or wretched cadaver. I don't know. Ooh, crystals. Grab it. Bonk. Come on, piss off. I'm just fighting these in the hopes that I can get another legendary, or even an upgraded form of Leoric's crown. Before I managed to get like 3 versions of a
my wrath is low.
Piss off. 3 versions of the one legendary. Once every I would have one for a while, then I'll get the next one, and then
I require more wrath.
The next one after that. It was quite nice because once I would start out leveling the one I already had, I'll get a new one. It's quite nice. I'm actually running out of things to say purely because I have to do so many goddamn audio tests. It just fucking tired me out. Also, here's the foreshadowy book to the Crusaders. I don't know if these were added in the expansion, which added Crusaders in as a character class, or are they in the original as foreshadowing to this character class?
In the eastern kingdom of Khejistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were most reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of